But so y'all probably should be, yeah, y'all should hear me. So basically, like I was explaining to y'all, I just was exercising, and I started to get into a meditative state, and the thoughts started to flow. So I said, all right, let me just jump on, continue to say what it is I need to say, not in a sense focusing on the people who pop in, but actually, like I say what I need to say. The people who receive it in the present moment, that's a plus, because you're going to see it again when I actually do post it. But legit, in my dream, right? So I had a dream last night. Before the dream, last night me and my friend was talking about, and I was telling him the things I want to do in terms of marketing the book. And he was showing me like the example he gave was of someone in their pathway. Like right now they on that having fun, drinking, making money type of pathway. And I don't know if it was him asking how I could connect with that person to help them in a sense of like if he want a person to go on a path that he see they could be beneficial in versus the path he on now, like if he asks me the question to say like, bro, how you could reach this boy? Like this boy on, he on drinking, he on partying, he on having fun. How you could get him to buy the book or him to read the book. And he asked me the question, I was like, at first I knew it was something I had to do that I wasn't doing. I didn't know exactly what it was. And my response to him was like, yeah, but I can show him this, I can show him that. Knowing that won't connect. Like, yeah, that's an option, but it's like, no, that ain't the actual connection to get to that boy. So we get up talking or whatever. He giving me like dangerous advice. When I say dangerous, I mean potent advice to where it requires a shift, but the shift can be necessary to actually get the job done. So I go on to sleep, wake up, but in my dream, I dream about a similar situation, or the answer, I should say. So in the dream, I with my friends or whatever, and I have the book. All my friends know I have the book. I didn't sell a couple of books or whatever. And one of my old friends, like from childhood, came to me. Really came up to the group, and he was like, "Bro, y'all buy my book?" And to me, it was like it catch me off guard. So my response is like, "You buy my book?" And in a sense, it was like, "You trying to sell me something, knowing I have my own book and you won't buy it?" And I was like, "Bro, see what it is." So I tell you now, he showed me his book. He showed me the book, and he showed me the book. It was like the title of the book itself was thought provoking. It was like hold on now, what you trying to say with this title? So I ended up opening the book, and he basically was breaking down how a lot of people won't even see the message in the book. And to me, it was like, okay, I understand. I can read this long message and I can interpret the message based on that and summarize that in a simpler form. But he was like, yeah, that's because you understand what it is and the depths that you could go. But it's like dealing with the people who you're going to encounter, especially in the time frame and the realms in which you encountering them. You can't afford to read this long message and all of them receive it because the attention span is so short. So he was like, let me show you how to break down this message. So it was like a coded dream. And let's say it was like a 10 line paragraph, right? One paragraph, 10 lines. And you're supposed to read all of these and then interpret what the message is from that. And he was like, no, go pick a word from each line and connect that in the pathway to make one sentence. And I was reading it, right? And it was like, oh, flip. So basically, if I just say this one sentence to people it gonna click. And he's like, that's what it is. Because the attention span so short. If you read your first sentence to try introduce them to something when they only want result, it's like, bro, you only never get your message across. So he was like, bro, find a way to use your book, analyze your book, decipher the codes, summarize the message in one sentence. Because sometimes you only have 10 seconds to say it to someone. Like if you're trying to tell someone, stop it, don't go that direction. You can't explain to them, yeah, but I see you was going 10 miles an hour and then you take a left. But if you continue to go right, there's some people shooting on that way. Don't go down it. No. If you take that long, he get in turn. Before you know it, he didn't get shoot. Before you know it, he didn't get in the jam. Before you know it, this didn't happen. That person, like, you gotta find a way to say, bro, they shooting that way. Don't go there. Because from you say they shooting, he already alert to understand, like, I don't think I need to go that way. Like, why they shooting that way? Who are they shooting? Like, there's certain keywords based on where you position it within that sentence gonna help people connect instantly because you know you're dealing with the attention span that's so short. So even from there, when I was in the meditative state, me and him ended up talking about it, like about the dream based on the question he posed, and it was like that's what it is, and it's like everyone in your life serving a purpose, but it's still based on your interpretation. In a sense of somebody could be giving you information, giving you wisdom, with their wisdom, but it's like to you it's just information based on how you interpret it. To the point where it's like if somebody else give you that information, your interpretation of it, you gonna see that as wisdom. You're gonna actually apply that in a certain manner to propel you forward or to get this result. Versus if somebody else give you that same wording, same analogy, same setting, because you interpreting it differently based on the person itself, based on your experience, based on your situation, your environment, that's going to determine if you use that as wisdom or if you use that as knowledge. Because they telling you it, so the information already there. And I feel that's the difference with one of the differences with wisdom and knowledge. Because everyone say knowledge is power, knowledge is power. But if you don't do anything with it, you're gonna never activate such power. So you're gonna know the information, yeah. But that means you're gonna do what's needed to be done. And some people doing what needed to be done, but they don't know the actual power behind it to use the same thing they doing in a different setting. So yeah, you gotta take the necessary steps. But yeah, like I was speaking back on terms of the book, like what I realized is how to put it. It's like I tell I ain't no artist, but I'm an artist, right? So the analogy I was thinking about was when my friend was telling me, like to catch fish, you gotta go where the fish is. And my stubbornness had me trying to catch fish or specific fish in the area that them fish ain't abundant in. Meaning, I understand I gotta go to the ocean to catch fish. I gotta go to water to catch fish because that's where fishes are. Fish, whatever you want to say, fish be in the water. I can't be trying to catch fish on land. But then I realized it's like, okay, I trying to get people to read the book. I trying to get people to connect with themselves through the book. But it's like I've been trying to catch deep water fish on the shoreline, knowing like, bro, it's rare for these deep water fish to come across here. Or yeah, you could find some powerful big fish based on the bait you use that actually travel from their deep waters or from where they be to the shoreline till you come on your bait. But it's like, bro, if I want to go catch the deep water fish, I gotta go in deep water. Because it's one thing to say, yeah, but I catch this fish in this shoreline. That's the rarity of it. But it's a different thing when you look in your cooler and you see, a flip, I only got two fish. Then you know the bait you're using, you know the skills you have, you know the wisdom, experience, the things you could talk about. You know, bro, if I was to go there in that deep water, cooler be full. And I had to realize like my stubbornness was hindering the people who I was trying to feed. Like, we gonna say this as a man, but in a sense, as me knowing the purpose I have, the stubbornness was trying to connect with people on the shoreline, improving I could catch fish versus me going out there in the deep water where I know the deep water people be, the deep water fish is, and actually catching the fish. But I understood all of that was necessary for me to see in terms of interpretation and using wisdom, like I say. Because it's like, the challenges is necessary. It's necessary. So yeah, that's basically what we can be getting into. Like it's finished the meditative state, but it's like we're getting into week 32 of the year, right? And so that's one thing the book has helped me with, like staying present or as close to present with the weeks, because a lot of us had a lot of plans for 2024, and we don't get connected with them goals and plans until we see November reach, realizing, mother flip it, 2025 right there, and I do nothing. So legit, the book helped me to stay present with each week. Yeah, but it's August, but this week, 31, going into week 32 of the year, you then had 31 chances to prove yourself and actually accomplishing whatever it is you set out for that 1 year. So it's like different checkpoints, different guidelines to keep you on track. So that's why I say like it's a short book. A lot of people gonna legit just read and browse through it all in a day, all in a week, not realizing the power of, bro, if you focus on this one thing for that specific day, every day for that 1 week, you can shift your whole trajectory in a whole year by just trying to focus on one thing. So you ain't trying to do a whole lot of things in a short amount of time, because I realized that's what I used to do. Like wait, chill, relax, and try to do everything in such a short time. Like, like even when you're studying for an exam, it's like, bro, I can't go party, but I can chill exam until next month. Or I can't do this. I gotta work with that until 2 days before the exam. And you trying to cram in 150 pages of information all in 2 hours. So yeah, that's what I realized. And school teach me that. College teach me that. So I understand the attention span right now. It's like if I don't say the specific word at a specific position in the sentence, they ain't gonna understand it to answer whatever question that that they have. So yeah, so that's what week 32 it is. Knowledge you can get from anyone. Wisdom, however, understand this, like knowledge you could get from anyone. Anyone could legit walk up on you on the road, say some shit to you. Your teacher could say the exact same words to you. Your parents could say the exact same words to you. Your siblings. You could repeat the exact same words to you. That's knowledge. Wisdom, however, cannot be given or shared. Like I could tell you exactly what I've been through from my wisdom. I could tell you what it is to actually like get into college my way. Meaning like I could tell you, yeah, but go on Google, email the schools, do this, do that, and they're gonna work out. Cause that work out for me. You may not connect with the coach in that same amount. But just as like, bro, knowledge you could get from anyone. Anyone could legit walk up to you, give you this information. Anyone could tell you things that they know. But it's like, bro, wisdom you can't give to no one. You can't share wisdom. You sharing knowledge based on the wisdom you have. But it's like, until you take the necessary steps with the given information, the given knowledge, you ain't gonna know what wisdom is. And it's like I started out by saying, like, your father could give you all the game. Your coach can explain the technique down to the detail. A homeless could tell you what get him in that situation. But the actual living of this knowledge, that's where one gains true wisdom. Like legit, if you was to go speak to every homeless person you know and hear their stories, it's like, bro, at some point, it was a tip. Because, like I said, you can't blame your whole life on one wrong step. Because whatever you was doing right lead you to this one step. So it's like, bro, you gotta actually be able to pinpoint, like, okay, where it going off. It keep wearing off. It drift off. It do this, it do that. And it's like, because we don't see or we don't address or acknowledge the sins that we commit against ourselves, whether they small, whether they drastic, it's like you gonna continue to slip, continue to miss out, continue to misstep because you don't understanding these are the things that you do. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all. I have been here 18 minutes, 15 minutes past my barrier. So yeah, that's basically what we got. That's basically what we got. Little steps and sparks to teach you to stay connected. So let me break this down for y'all since y'all think I'm playing. So legit, it's like, okay, so knowledge you could get from anyone. Wisdom, however, cannot be given or shared. Take the necessary steps. Everyone gonna relate to this. So everyone have a father. Whether you experience a father or not, everyone had to come here through a father, a daddy, whatever you want to say. So it's like your father could give you all the game. Your coach can explain the technique. A homeless can tell you what got him or her in such situations. But the actual living of this knowledge is where one gains true wisdom. A wise person can share every experience they went through. That's their wisdom. But you will only be receiving knowledge because you're going to interpret what they say differently. You're going to connect to your own path differently. Your imagination going to be explored differently based on the information that they express to you, based on their wisdom. But to you, that's only knowledge. You got to take the steps and walk the walk to know the power of what that wisdom truly is. That doesn't mean you must experience pain to know the wisdom of heartbreaks. You can simply apply what you should and should not be doing based on the knowledge given by such a person. So that's basically what it is. Wisdom is you learning what to do, what not to do, given certain information, given the way in which you interpret it. So yeah, application of this knowledge is what will separate you into being wise. There's certain things in life that you must go through in order to gain such wisdom you're seeking. then there are other situations where you explore wisdom by avoiding having to go through. That's really what it is. So yeah, that's Rock 32, Week 32. It there for y'all if y'all want it. Because the greatest sins against ourselves go beyond our actions. Alright, y'all, link up.